completant un últim truc, Teo. Què més? 3, 2, 1. Truquet a temps, just a temps, fort soroll per en Teo. What a round, vaya ronda.
Recordad también que la competición de skateboarding profesional femenina arrancará aquí también en el Street Plaza a las 4 de la tarde con los entrenamientos oficiales para arrancar con la gran final a las 5, retransmitiendo como no en directo en el canal de YouTube de Urban World Series y en varias de las cadenas de televisión de la región.
I les famílies, prepara, sisplau, en Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc, get ready. Esperem la deliberació dels jutges. Quan els jutges ens donin l'ok, de seguida arrenquem amb la teva ronda. Quan tu estiguis ready, tu també. Jean-Luc, estàs ready? Família del Fòrum, Extreme Barcelona, fem una miqueta de soroll per en Jean-Luc Jiménez. Quan tu vulguis, tens... Som-hi, som-hi. Ai, el heel, pujant el pla inclinat. Show-it, baixant-lo. Backside disaster, hanging on, holding it. Es creix cada dia, està més gros, més gran. Backside board slide. Y no sabéis el estirón que ha pegado Jean-Luc en los últimos meses, está enorme. Y click de transfer al bank to bank. Nice style. Backside ollie. Frontside half out.
Qué bonito. 10 segundos.
¿Cuánto queda aquí, Vicky?
En las escaleras, limando con el T del último escalón.
Last-trick, i això serà el temps per Jean-Luc Jiménez. Fort aplaudiment. Es prepara Arlet Blas.
Arlet nos gustó mucho cómo patinó la primera rondita. Sí, contundente, divirtiéndose, que es lo más importante, a pesar de que tuvo ahí un accidente en entrenamiento, es verdad, pero enseguida se ha recuperado para estar a tope aquí en las qualis.
Jo crec que després del Merlin és la que va més guapa de totes, de totes les que hi ha aquí, Un fort aplaudiment per l'Arlet. No vulguis, Arlet, la pista és teva, tens 45 segons de temps i comencen ja.
Qué bonito flip, qué bonito. Va muy bien colgado, bien situadita. Oh, ahora sí, ese frontside 3. El de la pop shove. Qué bonita. Cómo mola, Cómo mola. 25 segundos, Alex.
L'Arlet és molt petita i impacta molt perquè fa trucs molt espectaculars per lo petita que és increïble. A veure si ens deleita amb alguna de les seves especialitats. Oli a transfer, atenció, què més tenim, Arlet?
Oh, frontside pop shove.
Sí, vinga família, una miqueta de soroll per la edat i també aquí, Feminine Representation.
3, 2, 1, super Irati.
Cuando tú quieras, para Nancida. Throw a nice pop ollie, una banky bang, frontside turning. Nice pop on a Lisa kick flip.
30 segundos, Irati. Veo súper confiada, súper confident. Muy bien.
Backside board slide, entrant al banc, clar que sí. Què més tenim aquí? Kenny. ¿Qué más tenemos? ¿Qué más?
10 segundos.
Kickflipping. Last trick, 5 segundos. 3, 2, 1. Oh, ya que hacía el flipón. Fonsoroy para Irani. Claro que sí, muchas gracias. Es que ricasco.
Y para cerrar estas qualis del Hot Wheels Superchargers en la jornada mañanera y dar paso, como decía, eso de las 12:30 a los 8 mejores en la gran final, nos vamos con Adam. Cuando quieras, Adam. Cuando quieras, dale cañita. 3, 2, 1, el killer, Adam. Pensala, ganador de la prueba del bus, lo reventó, como veis anda mucho y viene. Los edificios rey en la bajada. Ese crooked grind, como suena hierro con hierro.
Única truqueta.
Seidi para coger caña en el cuartel y seguir sumando. Los saibores en los reyes en la bajada, Alex, rimando. 15 segunditos. ¡Oh! ¡Qué salvada de Noli en el back to back! 3-6 flip, mandatory flat flip. Últimos 5 seconds.
Last trick.
Bueno, pues con ese 360 rock and roll.
Lo queremos ver igualmente, lo queremos ver. ¿Lo podemos ver o no? Sí, a la peña del Fòrum, sí. En Gorile, familia, esteu veient les rondes aquí o no? I una miqueta de soroll per aquesta família.
Y empezamos con la peña de la Liga Catalana que van a pasar a disfrutar el circuito. Como os decía, la final de Hot Wheels Superchargers a las 12:30 aquí en el Street Plaza. Fuerte aplauso para Adam y para todos los Reapers. Recordad, es Hot Wheels, es Superchargers, es Extreme Barcelona
Y es
si
Kini.
pestañeas,
Te lo pierdes.
Vale, chicos, tenéis que dejar el circuito libre porque se viene la gente del scooter que tienen que entrenar para las finales femeninas. Así que paramos a patinar. Es tiempo de scooter aquí en el Street Plaza.
Ok, clear the course, deixem de patinar, stop skating, sisplau, Nil, Teo. Jean-Luc, sisplau, deixem de patinar, hem de deixar la pista lliure. Dereket, stop skating, please. Stop skating, ok? Skateboarding is done for now. Ens veiem aquí a les 12:30 pels entrenaments de la final. Moltíssimes gràcies. No marxeu perquè encara teniu aquí moltes competicions per davant durant tot el dia. Estarem aquí amenitzant-les juntament amb en Quini González i amb en Truman Selector i tot l'equip de jutges Selecta, més tot l'equip tècnic d'Urban World Series. Moltíssimes gràcies, família. Ens veiem d'aquí una estoneta, així que en Gorile!
Bueno, tengo las 8 finalistas del Hot Wheels Superchargers, la categoría junior de skateboarding. Ellas son Beca Ortiz, Eric Cugat, Adam Pensará, Luis Cabarcos, Gael Quintana, Teo Decise, Dani Palacín y Unai Cano. Esos son los 8 finalistas. Lo repito, Beca Ortiz, Eric Ugat, Adam Bensalà, Luis Cabarcos, Gael Quintana, Teo Delice, Dani Palacín y Unai Cano. 12:30, final, Hot Wheels Superchargers, aquí en el Street Plaza.
All right, fellas, we're back with Women's Street Finals this time. We're going to start in approximately 20 minutes. We already got the girls ready on the course right now, warming up for their runs. With a little difference this time. At the end of both their runs, they're going to have 3 attempts for the best trick session. And the judges will keep the 2 best scores that they have. And they're going to add it to the best run that they would have done before. So I'll repeat, we're going to start in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Women Street. On that street course, Extreme Barcelona 2023.
Let me jump right on the curb.
See y'all as the competition, but if you go against me, you the opposition. But if you wanna test to look like you can close the distance, I'ma give it A forever since you're so persistent. With you, I'm just practicing, cause I'm back to back, let's get back to winning. As a matter of fact, I'm not that forgiving, cause you did this to yourself, that's a bad decision. Ain't nobody in front of me, ain't nobody in front of me, ain't nobody in front of me, ain't nobody in front of me.
En Imagine tenemos una pregunta. ¿De qué color ves nuestro logo? ¿Verde o azul? Si lo ves verde es porque juntos ya hemos plantado más de 300.000 árboles. Si lo ves azul es porque hemos retirado más de 21 toneladas de plástico del mar. Y es que somos muy azules, y muy verdes, y muy azules, y también verdes, y azules, claro. Imagine, somos lo que hacemos.
Estoy muy orgulloso de ti, hijo. No sé qué podría hacer por ti. Yo sí sé qué puedes hacer por mí, papá.
Un regalito de inicio de curso a tu padre no le cuesta mucho, porque ahora por ser de mi Movistar puedes tener hasta 5 dispositivos. Juega como quieras, juega mejor.
Ay, papá, ¿cómo eres?
Good morning and welcome to the Parc del Fòrum and Extreme Barcelona 2023. You join us here on the banks of the Mediterranean as we head towards our women's street final in the scooter division, part of the World Skate Pro Tour. My name's Todd Grady and I'll be taking you through the action today here on the Parc del Fòrum, the Street Plaza in particular, this brand new park built for this year, which last night saw the men and the skateboarders throw down an incredible show, and we expect that to be continuing today in the heat of the morning here. Welcome to the studio, and beside me we welcome the second member of my team. It's Mr. Bradley Gowdy, Scooter Brad himself. What's up, Brad?
What's up, mate? We're back again. All I can say is that I'm so sorry about the audio provided by me in the first stream. Goodness me, now I should be sounding pretty schmeck, pretty spot on.
Oh, you sounded. It didn't matter. It last night transcended all of the any audio issues. What an incredible show!
What a show it was. There's no doubt about that. Some of the tricks that we saw in that men's street category were just out of this world. You and I were screaming.
Oh, absolutely losing it. I think just completely overwhelmed by the quality of that competition. The storylines on offer. We had redemptions. We had newcomers proving themselves. Shredders from all over the world absolutely throwing down as well, from brand new kids on the block to seasoned professionals who've been on the circuit for close to 15 years. So yeah, just an incredible show, and I expect that to continue this morning.
Absolutely. I would say it's going to. I've seen a couple of practice clips scattered around the interweb, and I think, yeah, we're in for another great show here, Todd.
Absolutely, and speaking of newcomers, like we saw last night with Hugo Strauss, we've got some where did she come from moments coming up here, because we've got a couple of riders here who've qualified very highly with very little previous experience. Before we talk about that, though, we're going to show you some clips from the first stop of the Urban World Series this year in Andalusia. We had it headed down there for the very first time, and that was the opening of this year's Urban World Series. Yeah, an insane first stop of the tour in Andalusia. And then, of course, we headed to Madrid, where we held the World Championships in the scooter disciplines. And now we are here at the oldest and most storied events of them all, Extreme Barcelona. Yes, Brad, so some new names popping up here as they warm up on the course over there, a couple of 100 yards to my right.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they're all going to bring to the table today. Great park. We've got to just reiterate that one for sure. It's looking really good in the sunlight too. We only saw it in the dark last night, but nice and Nice and sunny out there today, Todd. What's the temperature like?
Oh, it's starting to heat up, but there's a nice breeze coming in today and a bit of cloud cover. We had a few spots of rain this morning, but everything's dry out there right now. Right now, you see in the competition rules, we've got 2 45-second runs, followed by 3 best trick attempts. 2 of those best trick attempts will count to a max score of 200 points. What do you think of this format? I think it really worked very well last night.
Yeah, it just... like you said, it provides the storyline, doesn't it? You know, when we get into the runs, the first run, second run, you get that whole slice of the action, and then when it gets into best trick, things on the leaderboard really start to shake up.
Absolutely. Someone described to me last night that David Senkir won the runs, Hugo Strauss won the best tricks, but Jonathan Peroni put them all together to make that overall win. And I think that just kept storylines and kept the tension going all the way throughout.
Yeah, really good summary. Looking at the rider list, we see that Mia Catalano is right up there. And we're going to see some nice tricks from this one, from everyone, really.
Unfortunately, breaking news coming to me through my headset, though. Unfortunately, Mia Catalano has not recovered from her injured shoulder, which is why she was down the bottom of the start list. She just rode on the course to make sure she qualified through, because there was a limited start list in the qualifiers, but she hasn't been able to rehab that shoulder in time, and our world champion will not be representing today, unfortunately. A real knock for the competition.
Yeah, unlucky there.
But we still have a stacked start list. Starting in 5th place, our 5th place qualifier, Lyra Steekhofer, coming off a 5th at the World Championships in Madrid, hoping to step her way up the leaderboard. Second to drop will be your 4th place qualifier, Catherine Thomason, representing Denmark. Then we got 3rd place, Sophie Molyneux, your bronze medalist in the World Championships from Great Britain, and a real exciting upcoming talent. 2nd, Paloma Cantillo of Spain. And our 1st place qualifier, Roman Gillet from France. Now, this is, like I said, a real where did she come from moment. I believe she's from Clermont-Ferrand. There's like 2 clips of her online. She can put together a hell of a line, though.
Okay, so eyes out for her. I am familiar with Sophie, and she's definitely got some finesse up the sleeves.
Yeah, I think her 63 to come through from qualification was a cruise for her, and I think she'll also really shine in the best trick element. We were at a big competition in the UK a couple of months ago at the Core Open, and she was out there putting together best tricks with some of the biggest names in Men's Street, and representing hard for the women. So yeah, I think that best trick element is where she's going to shine, and that wasn't a part of qualification. It was just a run for qualification.
Nice. Yeah, the best trick section is my personal favorite section of these contests, so I will apologize in advance for any shouting and screaming I may or may not partake in.
That's why we hired you, Brad. Don't apologize.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, exactly. Bring the energy.
I saw a comment in the chat earlier that said something about Todd Grady brings the Scoot Fest vibe. Scooter Brad's the king of the stream, and JD is the hype man of the century.
Oh, hype man extraordinaire! And he's not even on the audio for this. He's just creeping through my microphone. I think it's crazy. But yeah, you can you can hear the Frenchman get in the crowd using his enormous set of lungs to get the crowd absolutely whipped up into a storm.
Yeah, it's hard to hide from a big voice like that. Big man, big talent, big tricks too. Man, I saw there's an Ethic video that he put out pretty recently, and what a show. I mean, always great to watch a nicely produced Ethic vid, and JD's was one for the books.
Yeah, he's still shredding, has been for 2 decades, and yeah, can still put out an insane video part. And one you need to see half a millisecond of a clip, and you know it's his style of riding, even if you can't see him. Yeah, very distinctive style on the scooter, and very distinctive style in the skate park on the mic as well.
For sure. So after this event, what have we got lined up next, Todd? Is it the men's or women's park finals that come up first?
We head straight over to the women's park finals at 2 p.m. I don't think anybody's doing double duty from this final. Yeah, otherwise that would be pretty harsh. But 2 p.m. this afternoon, we've got the Scooter Park Women's Final. Another stop on that Women's World Skate Pro Tour, which is exciting to get in. But as this is part of as well, that exciting new worldwide tour from World Skate. This will be the first time to score some big points on that Pro Tour.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing this new format from World Skate as well. They're bringing real authenticity to the sport by the looks of things.
Definitely a really well put together organization, but also everybody who's come in from the scooter end, everybody I've worked with here, they're all scooter riders. They all know the sport, love the sport, and are putting things together in a way that benefits us and benefits the riders and benefits the fans.
Yeah, we love that. They're doing God's work.
Absolutely. Also doing God's work. The unsung heroes of any scooter competition, of course, are the judges. We've got 6 of the sport's best judges up in the booth today, led by head judge Mr. Danny Roberts from the UK, another rider in his own right who has got that distinctive style and is still putting out videos after over a decade of shredding. He's from the UK. We've got Paul Roman from Spain, Sophie Pushka from Finland, who I'd actually like to see out on the park today. She can lay down some lines in the street. Giorgio Mangarini from Italy, Thane McIntyre from Norway, and none other than Cameron Ward from California, USA.
Cam Ward, Paul Roman, great names, great riders. Love what they're doing for the sport as well. Also, big shout out to the cameramen and producers of the broadcasting, and Todd, of course.
Oh, shouting straight back at you, Brad. Yeah, thanks for everybody who's putting together such a well-oiled little production here. It's great. It's great to be part of Extreme Barcelona. This is the 15th anniversary. When you've been doing things for 15 years, they tend to go pretty well. Our 2 MCs on the course as well, keeping the hype going. And organising this
of the century.
Yeah. Kitos Moreira and JD getting the riders into line now to introduce them to the crowd as we say hello to our World Skate Pro Tour Scooter Street Final for the women here at Extreme Barcelona 2023.
Creeping up on that green light. Can't wait for it.
Absolutely. Just a few minutes away from the start of that now. Of course, we've got more incredible action coming up later on today. Don't forget to tune back in for the women's park final coming up at 2. The men's scooter park final at 4:30. And the UCI C1 BMX freestyle park for the men at 6 p.m. local time. Let's say hello to our women's scooter street finalists then. First rider to drop is from Latvia. She scored a 5th place at the recent World Championships in Madrid. She scored a 52 in her first run, and her name is Lira Stekerhofer. Next up, repping the team Denmark's Catherine Thomasen is your 4th place qualifier.
Here, the first one that we have is from Latvia, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go, the on-site MCs just catching up. Oh, some Danish fans in the crowd. Love to see the flag. Bit of national pride going on out there. There we go, catching up with us, Denmark's Catherine Thomasen.
Right next to her, UK Street Ambassador.
Danish loud and proud.
Absolutely, red and white. There we go, Sophie Molyneux from Great Britain. Like we say, I think me and Brad both think that the best tricks might be a time for her to shine, something that she didn't see in qualification. Next up, repping for Spain. Oh, and he gets the big roar from the crowd. The first ever Spanish champion back in 2021. She's Paloma Cantillo.
Doing it for the locals, we love to see it.
Absolutely, they always get behind the Spanish and local Barcelona riders here. But from Clermont-Ferrand in France is Romain Gillier, our #1 qualifier. JD getting them all hyped up. and ready to
I might have
shred.
just seen Lucy Evans up there in the crowd there. Big shout out to her, and again, shout out to our live viewers around the world as well. Do us a favor, guys, and get this sharing on all your social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and so on and so forth.
For sure. Get the word out there that Women's Street Scooter Final is on and live. This place.
2 45-second runs, 45 seconds of survival.
Oh, it's getting hot down here now as well, so stamina will be a key through that 45 seconds, keeping it flowing, not getting lost out there. Starting with a bang and keeping it going will be the order of the day right here. And the first person who has the unenviable task of starting today's competition is Lira Stekerhofer, representing for Latvia. She's psyched and ready to drop. Here she comes.
We are now on ways. 45 on the clock. Straight through to the driveway rail with the backside board slide. Phoebes Smither. Tail whip drop. Coming back across. Nice control with the manual to tail whip.
Yeah, showing her precision skills there for sure.
Yeah. Gets to recuperate now. Heel whip down. Looking for the bank-to-bank double whip. Up the plexiglass. Whip rewind there.
She's in the trick. Gets the Manny to finish up. A solid first run, actually. One little fall, but kind of kept it flowing afterwards. Showed lots of little tech skills and lots of precision movements. So I think a real solid first run and a good base to build on right there for Lira.
Definitely, you're not wrong. Especially when, you can finish sort of middle of the pack after runs and get to the best trick, and then you're really sort of on your ways. At that point, there's going to be a lot of chopping and changing at that section, and as long as you're sort of keeping up with the pack at least, you're going to be fine.
Absolutely. Last night we saw that having a great run didn't necessarily set you up for the finals. Like I said, we had David Senkir taking the best run into best tricks yesterday. Still didn't get on the podium. So yeah, you've got to be solid in both for sure. Catherine Thomason,
reload it. Up with the heel whip, board slide down. Bar Phoebes up. Coming back through now. Backboard on the driveway rail. 30 left still. Looking for the side of the quarter. Nice truck driver there. Keeping it slick.
Yes, big
board slide down rail. Deck grab there. Nice down whip to front lip. Getting technical on the coping. Whip to heel to back it up. Great execution from her.
Keeping it
up into the quarter. Everything
really
clean
well.
so far. Yeah. Up to Manny, and a nice run there from Catherine.
Yeah, really good. There's no way she hasn't been riding with a country folk, Hjalte Hansen. There's a definite style.
Yeah, now that you mention it, there's definitely some similarities between those two, isn't there?
And that's a definite compliment, because he represented really well for Denmark in the final yesterday. Maybe that's the Danish style.
Yeah, lots of love for Denmark in the chat. If you didn't see the men's street yet, guys, make sure you're watching that after this. There is a backlip whip buttercup from the Danish rider we're talking about. You're going to want to see that.
Yeah, wild. And a solid first run there from Catherine Thomason. Now, Sophie Molyneux from the UK. I think high on the list of favourites from anybody watching. Qualified third, but like we say, I think a lot more in the tank for her. Oh, straight in.
Front lip.
With the biggest trick we've seen so far.
Easy. Fast spin turn around there. Back to the driveway. Front board.
She's got such a fantastic style on the rails.
Flipping on the channel.
Sophie got a ball.
Nice whip to back it up. Heel whip. One way, one the other. 20 left still. Loving the pace as well. Just showing control and that chill vibes that we like in the street.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't rush these.
Coming into a last set now.
Yo!
Fakie and cab out. Nice utilization there of the fakie. Just checking all the boxes, giving us all the variety, the front boards, the back boards, the 50s.
The main thing that struck me there was the diversity. She hit so many bits of the course with so many different tricks. That was a fantastic first run. Easily the most solid run we've seen so far. And what a way to start things off with the 50 to lip.
Top notch. It's all about that footwork, and she's making that feet work.
Chucking a little overhead as well. Yeah, I can do those too.
I love the jet black whip as well.
Yeah, all black, everything. Probably difficult in today's heat. Slots into first place with a big score, 72.3.
Yeah, comfortably sitting 9 points ahead now.
Second place qualifier, first ever Spanish champion is Paloma Cantillo from Spain. 45 seconds.
I feel like we might see a bit of hustle on this rider.
Yep.
Up and over. Oh, whip, rewind. Kicking it with the back foot as well. Heel to whip. Front feet coming out there though, 30 left. There's the hustle. She's after it. Big salad there, leaning.
Got to maintain that flow.
The backboard there, looking for the quarters now. Whip back lipper. Just hanging out up there. 270 truck. 5 left still. And a back 3 there. Someone had the Twitter fingers on the siren there. She was looking a bit confused. I was like, wait, what?
That's a solid first run.
Let's rewind.
Yeah, real clean.
The front foot, I should have said. Nice backside board. Yeah, chaining a lot of good tricks there. Needed to get the fakie sorted out, but other than that, looking pretty good. Probably at number 2.
Yeah, just a little slip. Slots into third place. Very close. Really tight on that kind of second and third spot at the minute.
That's totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah, like we said, solid run. Then some big best tricks, and she's got a lot to do in the lot she can improve on in the second run. Clean up a few things and get that ledge grind to fakie sorted out. Add that diversity of tricks in there. Show that she can roll out backwards. All right, our first place qualifier then from Clermont-Ferrand in France. She's got a big old 68 in her run in qualifiers. Romain Gillet.
All right, let's see what she's got. Up to the driveway. Bar into board, okay. She came to play. Backside lipper. Looking for front board there. Secured. Whip down. The side bar to the whip.
Yo, right into the end of every rail. Real clean style, put together a crazy line right here.
Over the head, a little bookie on the landing. 15 left. Full heel almost.
Super close on the super technical trick. Oh, yes, first to use the ledge.
Nice. Thieves to bar spin there. And the many. Good control.
Sick.
Yeah, you can see why she qualified.
Yeah, we got a final on our hands, people. This is going to be tight up top. If she cleans up that slip foot on the full heel, that's a run right there. Love that. Stomped.
Yeah, like you said, grinding all the way through those rails and just making it look nice.
Yeah, just wrestled that round.
Yeah, just a little bit of tube stomp, but she's got it second.
Yeah. Yeah, big score. Slots into second place and closes that gap to Molyneux. Only 3 points behind her. Yeah, that is going to be tight up the top on these runs.
Indeed, she's definitely giving Sophie a run for her money today. The full heel, just slipping that foot, that's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, that's a real technical trick, isn't it? Send around the heel whip and the bars all at the same time.
It's a real awkward one. 45 for Lyra now.
Second of her two 45-second runs.
Feeble Smith, no tail whip drop this time.
And no whip out of the Manny either.
Got a good eye, Todd.
But
this man doesn't miss a beat.
Can she clean it up?
Bang. Looking for the plexi, coming back now, 12 left. Whip to heel off the side. Tail whip, turn around, 5 left, squeeze it in. Bar up, fit it in, tail whip.
Solid first run, but I think those second run, sorry, but I think those couple of things we caught just not quite as technical as her first run. I think she cleaned up on the Bry kind of transfer up onto the top bank, but yeah, just missing a couple of those little bits of combos.
Yeah, first run definitely had this one beat. But she's going to be comfortably, high, middle of the pack. And best trick is going to be all in a fun time. Yeah.
So that's Lyra Stakerhofer. Already had some good results this year, 5th at Madrid. Pretty much exactly the same score. That's not surprising, she fell on that Bry. So yeah, pretty similar score. Not too far behind, and loads of opportunities in the best trick to get down 2 big scores. Bump herself up.
She's got a bit of work to do, a bit of overtime.
Yeah. I'm sure she can put in the work though. Next up, from Denmark, is Catherine Thomason.
Let's get it. 45 on. Double heel. Getting a little wobbly there. Unlucky, missing it.
Not how she would have wanted to start that run. Looked confident on the start, but yeah, just misses that double heel.
Looks like she come up with the intentional plan of, adding that extra heel and missing that, especially first trick, is very disorientating for any rider in contest.
Yep.
Recuperating though.
Yeah, she's coming back.
To bank with the deck grab. Does that down whip, a lot cleaner on that one. Oh, whip to heel, not quite getting there. Should be relying on best trick from here.
JD showing off with his knowledge of Danish there. This man knows every language. So counting her down in
I've
Danish.
been hearing that. I heard him counting in French as well earlier. I was like, what? This man is bilingual.
Yeah, he was counting down in German yesterday. He's not bilingual. He's polylingual.
Polylingual.
He knows.
He has an open relationship with language, Todd.
Yes, he does. Catherine Thomason then representing half of Denmark. Not quite as clean as her first run, but she only needs one of them. And 3 best trick attempts to come in this women's Scooter Street final. There we get a good view of the greenhouse there, that crazy element that is a massive sub box that is kind of sketchy in that it's made of plexiglass, it flexes, it's slippery, but it's really fun element.
That's what we like about street. It's giving us a raw street element, isn't it?
Yeah, classic grinding across the top of a greenhouse. Who hasn't done it? Sophie Molyneux in now.
45 on, 50 there, no lip.
Big bar to bar.
Bar though, she answered back. Bar in, not all the way to the end though. Just exiting a little early. Little sketch on the overhead too. Everyone getting hard luck here in second runs. Far out. I'm gonna reset now. Looking for the hover maybe.
I like how she uses
Down
that.
rail.
She uses that little section at the top. Doesn't look like she's being slow or anything, but clearly gives herself a chance to breathe, reset, and come in for the second half of her run. But this one's not going to be her
Taking
best.
your breath is really important.
45 seconds doesn't
feeble
sound like a
180.
lot, but it really can be when you're out in the Barcelona sun. You've got hundreds of people watching you. Taking a breath mid-run is necessary. Look at that bar to
Pressure is
bar.
so high and really, really nice. Let's see this landing. Yeah, just a bit of tube stomp. When you catch that front foot against the head tube, it's never a pretty landing.
But hey, middle of the competition, we'll count that. Might not go on the end as the ender of your video part, but that's a comp make any day. Still a solid score from her, because she's way up there with her first run. 72.3 will be her run score, and she only needs the one. 2 solid scores and staying hydrated. 2 riders left to drop in the runs then. First of those is our local Spanish competitor and ripper, Paloma Cantillo.
Paloma doing it for the locals. Here we go, 45 on, little slide opening up. Nice whip rewind there with the front foot. Great execution.
Yo.
Barring in there.
Powerhouse start to her run. Great first 10 seconds.
Bar whip there, turning around. 25 left still. On the long one, all the way. Quick salad, coming back now. Heel up. Looking for the 270 bar spin there off the side. 10 left, everything landed so far. Nice back 3 there, really nice and flat, just looking good. Whip back lip to back it up, perfect run there.
And height, getting the crowd involved as well. That's a solid run. Really like the first 10 seconds especially, just like powering through that rail into the whip rewind. And this lip trick was fun. Whip, salad, bar in.
Loving the utilization of the stall turnarounds, especially just like not using the wheels against the top, not against the quarter, just nice and control.
Yeah. Beautiful.
There it is again, whip back lip, perfect. Which could be a number 1.
Still just didn't
Very
have
close.
Didn't have quite the technicality, perhaps, but jumps right up there. Yes.
Working, she's hungry.
Paloma Cantillo doing it for the Spanish. And your number 1 qualifier, Roman Gillier from Clermont-Ferrand. Cruised into first place tidily, 3 points ahead of the competition, and put together some lines in the first run. A real newcomer on the competition scene, young and hungry for it. 45 seconds on the clock for her for the very last time.
Into the driveway, bar spin backboard, backside lipper, up to the flat, front board, heel whip to back it up. Oh, missing the bar whip there, get after it. Nice recovery. Nice right over the head, a little cleaner maybe. 12 seconds.
Yes, gets it this
Heel
time.
full. Yeah, that was really clean too. No worries there. Phoebes a bar, double vanny, dropping the foot. She did initiate the trick before 0, so that's gonna count.
There's some exciting stuff in there though for best trick. The fact that she's got those full heels, using that ledge and tricking out and tricking into rails here. If she could trick in, trick out on either that flat rail, or on the down ledge. That's going to be exciting for the best tricks.
Checking out the replay. Let's look at that overhead. Boom, up and over. Yeah, front foot looking a little better there. Good stuff. And the full heel.
Caught that high. That's great. Yeah,
Yep.
exciting stuff for
All
best
wheels,
tricks.
no heels.
And solid run score from her first run will leave her really well placed, heading into those 3 best trick attempts. So we reset on the course now with Sophie Molyneux in the lead, Paloma Cantillo in second, Roman Gillier in third, followed by Catherine Thomas and Lyra Stekerhofer. And of course Mia Catalano at DNS. The Latvian then.
And now we move.
Kicks off our best trick attempts.
Yeah, this is what we like. This is what I'm here for. Those one hits. We like the one hits.
Well, look,
Let's see some big ones.
yeah. A tough way to start it off. Having to be the first one out there to put it down. Coming into the up
Pressure
bank.
is on. Many. Looking for the drop. Good start there.
Solid start. And like we saw last night, getting a score down could be the difference between a
ticking the
podium.
box.
Yeah. Because there will be riders out there who don't land 2 tricks. Unfortunately,
Yes.
at least one of these women is not going to land 2 tricks and not get that score. So getting that solid trick down first go is all important.
I feel like the ladies may be a little bit more strategic than the boys. You know, the boys are kind of just out there huffing and puffing. These ladies really thinking about it.
Yeah, there's some scholars of the sport out there for sure. But it is an unpredictable sport. You can never be sure that you're going to land anything. But you've got to go in with that positive mental attitude and think, yeah, no, this has already landed before you've even dropped in.
Yeah, I got this. I got this.
Someone who has got this, Catherine Thomason from Denmark, our sole Danish competitor in the final. In fact, a real mix of European nations in this final. It's great to see.
Whatever you want. I know you got this shit.
We love a bit of diversity. Here we go. Looking for the big rail.
Yo, no!
Board coming out.
Called it too early.
Yeah, JD said it correct. She'll be back for it, but she'll have an egg for now.
Yeah. Unlucky on that first attempt. Catching wheels, but then sliding out. Too much sideways force. That rail is no joke, Brad. I know you haven't been able to see it in person, but it is like hip height. For me, it's big.
Some of the tricks that we saw on it yesterday, going up the front board 270 bar whip bar from D'Ameglio.
Yeah.
Now that is living rent free in my head.
For all time. Next to drop then, our current leader from Great Britain, Sophie Molyneux.
Allure is right. 270 lip slide. The smile on that. Yeah, you'd feel good after that one.
Yeah, just buttery smooth. Just levitated onto that rail, round the 270.
It's such a trippy trick, that one. You got to control the spin so well.
Let's see that. Oh, I need the full replay from the start. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, it's so blind as well. Like head.
Yeah, you got to come
backwards.
right in on that angle, lock it in, fight the rotation. Good chunk of change, 39.83.
Oh, big score for Molyneux. So Paloma Cantillo.
What can she do about it?
Solid
Firecracker.
Yeah.
Looking for the hubs. Up on top. Trucky. Yeah, raw street. We like that.
That's sick. An absolute classic trick. The truck off. Coming off that ledge. Using that ledge in an interesting way as well. Yeah, yeah.
Going to be huge for the confidence.
Didn't even see her. Didn't see her ride down that at all in the runs either. So that is like just fresh off the bat. Fresh out the oven.
One and done.
Yeah.
What are the judges thinking on it?
Sitting second after the runs. That's a solid first score. A great one to have on the board.
Good foundation, good foundation.
Yep. And reduces the pressure on those second two tricks, or allows her to possibly drop one, which means she can go for something bigger, which is great. Number one qualifier then. France's Romain Gillier coming into the up to flat. Bar on.
Bar into the front board. Another good land.
Yep. And maybe strategic. She may have just seen that Sophie scored big on that rail as well. The benefit of going last. Get to see what everybody else is up to. Get to see what the judges are liking. And Gillier sitting in third at the minute. Looking to jump up into first or second.
Needs 42 to get all the way up there, but I don't think she's close to that with this one.
So now we have the second attempt.
So our first place qualifier from Clermont-Ferrand, awaiting her first of her best trick scores. If you've just joined us, we are in the middle of the World Skate Pro Tour Scooter Street Final for the women here at Extreme Barcelona. Romain Gillier scores a 27.81 on her first of 3 best tricks, and 2 will count. Scored a great first run score, putting her in third place. And we're into second of the best tricks now with our 5th place qualifier from Latvia, Lira Stekerhofer.
And this is kind of the make or break round. You know, round 2 of best trick is where, you know, the decisions really start to get made.
Absolutely. Lira deciding on the backside board slide on the flat to down, on the down section. She's stoked on that. Representing
nice
for Latvia.
One.
Yeah, real solid, stomps the landing. Looks to her friend like immediately on landing there. That was a very sweet moment. It's nice to see. Stegerhofer with an 8.89 on her second. But 2 run, she's got 2 tricks counting right there. And did amazingly.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Exactly. Hands over to the Dane then, Catherine Thomason.
She almost landed it. She's going to land it this time.
She's going for the big rail one more time. Surely it's in the bag.
Come on, Catherine.
Hello.
Yo!
Good. Perfect execution.
Big rail right there. You've got a difficult on as well, like there's kind of jeopardy. The other side of the rail, it falls away. You've got the hubber to the left. That is not the easiest rail to get on, and it's so high. She's stoked on that. Might be, that is, yeah, and it's an absolutely colossal rail. Solid backboard. She's stoked, we're stoked.
Hoping for something in the 30s.
Yes, a solid run score. She's looking to step it up. Just not quite scraping the 30s, a 28.49 for Catherine Thomason, but a big, scary trick, and put the demons to bed after missing it on the first round. Now we head to our leader, 3rd place qualifier, Sophie Molyneux.
I think Catherine took herself up a placing there too, so a little bit of movement on the leaderboard.
Yeah, with that solid run, I reckon she's probably jumped up above Lira. Oh, into the big section now for Sophie. I mean, this rail is smaller than the purple one, but it's still Absolutely no joke. This was Angelo Caro's favourite rail, 2022 skate champion here. Really enjoyed this rail. Said it's got a beautiful
She's
run
actually facing that stair side as well too, not the bank. So when she bails out, if that does happen, she's got the worst of the two sides of the situation.
And she comes.
Looking for it.
Yo!
From 50.
Come on.
Locking it in, sliding down.
Sophie's on fire in the heat of Barcelona right now. Hasn't put a foot wrong. The two biggest run scores of the day, followed by two landed best tricks. First try, she has put her signature on this competition. Look at those two big run scores and two massive best trick scores. Sophie came to play.
Oh yeah, she ain't kidding around. And with one more best trick to go, she's in a fantastic position right now.
Yeah. Paloma Cantillo then, from Spain, gets a big cheer from the crowd as she drops in.
Front board.
Solid.
Another nice make.
Yeah, solid from Paloma. And like you say, these women they know the format. They know they need to get lands, and there's a lot going down out here. We saw last night in the men's, some guys throw it away because they weren't landing those tricks in the best trick, and perhaps the women learning from those mistakes and just putting down makes right here. Cantillo.
3 points behind third.
Yeah, real threat for the podium right here. Yes, steps up into second place overall. But Gillier still with a best trick on her in hand. Here she is now, the young Frenchwoman. A brand new name to me today, but one I will not forget. Absolutely smashed it in qualifying.
Is she looking at the high rail?
I think she is. Absolutely smashed it in qualifying. Electric. Really solid run scores with some awesome Manny work. And now looking at one of the biggest, rail in the place. Come on!
Nice. Very nice, very nice. Got right on top of it too.
She is not a tall woman. That rail is like well up to her waist. Look at it as she comes in.
It's literally
elbow
higher
height
than her handlebars.
That is wild. That's sick.
Big hops, big hops.
Big
We
hops.
got Michael Jordan out here.
Yeah. Floating onto the biggest rail in the place. Big smile on the face of the Frenchwoman. She can be proud of that.
She might be snatching back that number 2.
Yes. Second woman into triple digits.
All right, back to the top of the list.
That's that French street gene. That incredible history of French street shredders being represented by Romain Gillier in the final of the women's street here at Extreme Barcelona 2023. As we head into the last chance saloon, Brad.
Yeah, those French riders, there's something in their baguettes.
Yes. Those, their croissants are laced with street and chocolate. They got some moves in Latvia too, though. Lera Stekerhofer on the flat rail.
Looking for the drive wave.
Yo!
All the way along to heel.
Yes, Lera.
See it. The way she lands it too, sort of a stanky leg 1-footer lander. Just looking real nice with it.
Oh, she's stoked on that, and so she should be. These top 5 women putting on a show this morning.
Here it is. Take another look. Perfect, perfect.
Heel.
Oh, yeah.
Rad moves. She's stoked, getting the crowd amped up. Her mates are with her. She can't believe she's put down 3 best tricks right here. That's so sick. Well done, Lera.
third best streak attempt from Katrina.
All of these finalists taking home some cash money as well, which is great to see, supporting these women. Catherine Thomason.
Ooh! We weren't even ready for that. The double heel.
That caught me
Up rail, I think.
completely by surprise. Yeah, just perhaps not enough time to get those whips round out of the heel. One,
Right
two.
there, though. Look how close. Had one foot on, just missed the back.
So tight. Really cool to see her go in for that because she had the egg already. She needed a land, but she thought, I'm still going to go for the big money score right there. She didn't just want to do the single. She thought, I'm on the big stage here.
She didn't hold back.
She already had 4th place locked down, and she went for it. She was like, podium or nothing. That's sick. Oh, Sophie, look it up. Another huge element here. She's been putting on a show all across this street plaza. Oh, I'm excited for this.
Fitty on the hubs.
She's just making sure.
She needs
Hey,
some
homies,
wax.
where to wax that?
Yes,
She
Sophie.
said, there's some in my bag.
Yeah. As a man who likes to shred in the streets, is your bag ever without wax?
Yeah, no, I recently went and got a set of new candles.
Yep.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. Other wax brands are available, but we all love those 50 pence, 50 cents candles.
Now we're talking.
The ones reduced in the homeware store. Yeah, and they smell real good as well. Sophie, you know, poor preparation prevents poor performance. You know, she's preparing that massive hubba. So that's front 50 for her. She's goofy, right?
That's correct. Looking for that front 50. Maybe we'll see a rotation out.
Let's see it. In the heat of the summer day here in Barcelona, she's already leading. Can she lead by even more?
Incoming. Front 50. 180.
Unlucky Sophie, but 2 big scores already on the board. Not sure she even needed that, but she went for it for the crowd. She knows the stage that she's got right here. Extreme Barcelona, 15th anniversary, wanted to put down the front 50 to 180. Couldn't quite roll away in the fakie, but what a clinic she's put on today.
Yeah, with scores like that, you know, it's hard to deny that this woman is really doing bits.
Absolutely. Making moves in the street circles. Sophie Molyneux from the UK. Also making moves is the Spanish champion, Paloma Cantillo.
His last chance to make some movement on the leaderboard here.
Penultimate hit of the entire contest right here. And up there on the podium at the minute, can she lock it down?
Looking for it.
Yes.
Heel whip. She's earned herself a few new Instagram followers, I think.
Absolutely. Make sure you're hitting up, going and following all of these women on Instagram. Give them your support. See some bangers like that on the Insta clips.
That was perfect too, to be fair.
So clean, so clean. She's hoping to drop that 10.26. I reckon we'll see that one fall out the bottom as she replaces it with the 3rd. Cantillo 3rd place right now, looking to step up. Oh, doesn't quite. Stays in 3rd, locks down the podium. Gillier.
Go home with some brass.
Oh yeah, still big to make the final, big to hit the podium. Goes home with some cash and a bronze medal. But Gillier now closing out the competition. She sits in 2nd. Can she go to 1st? In comes the French woman on the orange rail in the big section. Yes,
let's go, champ.
Roman. Your 1st place qualifier, getting it done in the final as well. Oh,
cleans.
Gillette en su casa. Love that. Textbook, really?
Yeah. Would need an astronomically high score for first, but still, even without the score, what a way to close out the contest and lock down second place, silver medal, a chunk of change, and a ton of ranking points in the brand new World Skate Scootering Pro Tour. What a final, Brad.
Oh, what a show, what a show.
Scooter Street has...
2 for 2, Todd.
Oh, man. Scooter Street has... it's made the weekend already, and we've still got the park to come. Yeah, this event has just been electric. The rider list,
straight up.
The new riders coming through. That's been such an exciting storyline. And established names or kind of still on the way up, but more established names like Sophie and Jonathan taking home that top spot. Yeah, you love to see it.
You love to see it. JD getting a few runs in there while we get the podium set up. Hey, I got a quick question about the park. Do you know if the scooter best trick, the Fernando Park battle, will be on the stream?
I'm pretty sure it's in the park. Pretty sure it's in the park. Yeah.
Man, I'm looking forward to that.
So there are our final results list. Sophie Molyneux from Romain Gillier, Paloma Cantillo in third. I ended over to the skate park now. Tony's got
final is done. Scooter Women Street. It's an end, and we have a winner, and it's Sophie. Sophie, congratulations for the win. Such a good performance today here. It's a hot day, but how was to win here in Barcelona?
Yeah, it was so sick. I'm just so happy with how I've done. I was a bit nervous before, but I'm so happy. I just got a good run in, and both my best tricks as well. Super happy.
How is Barcelona? It's your first time here, for sure not, but...
My 5th time here, yeah. No, I'm happy to be back. I like it here a lot.
Okay, thank you, Sophie. Enjoy the win and celebrate today. Okay, Todd, again with you. Bye-bye.
Such a humble winner as well. Such an excellent presence in the skate park. Always brings the hype and is excited for everybody throwing down. She's a great competitor to be out here. Here's her highlights of her runs.
Yeah, setting a precedent really for all the women around the world, just showing that, yeah, you too can be a part of this, and there is very much a place for you all.
Yeah, absolutely. An excellent ambassador for the sport. Threw down in both the runs and the best tricks, laid down 2 really solid scores in the best tricks that kind of put it out of the park, really. Nobody else could compete with her. Even Romain coming through with that big last trick, couldn't catch up. And yeah,
creeping on 40 points for every one of those best tricks. You know, the 270 lip was just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's an 80% hit rate on all of those tricks, as well as a really solid first and second run. I think she scored the best 2 runs out of everybody with her first and second run, and obviously only had to count one of them.
Big dub.
So yeah, clinic from the Brit today. There's your results list once again. Sophie, Romain, Paloma, and 4th and 5th, Catherine Thomason and Lyra Stakerhofer putting on a great show as well. Great to get some more competition experience for the young women, get them coming through and competing at the highest level. And they put on a show as well. They landed their tricks. Catherine really went for it. She hit the biggest rail in the place. That was sick. And then went for that double heel out on the last trick. Really kind of no holds barred. Just went for it.
Yeah, she wasn't far off, hey, with those tricks. Some really great moves from her, and to see the first big rail hit from her was also, yeah, just great to watch.
Super sick. No fear. Yeah, if she'd have gone for that, if she'd have landed that double heel out, then there's a good chance she'd have been on the podium as well. So super tight at the top of women's street skating right now. Exciting for the future as we prepare to present those medals, the cash and those World Skate Pro Tour ranking points to these women. An exciting new format, going to be headed all over the world as Scootering comes fully under the World Skate banner, as it has been for a couple of years. Now getting its own Pro Tour. 3rd place for the local, Paloma Cantillo. picks up the big check, the big bag of goodies.
Crampton in the cut.
Crampton coming through. Sick rider in his own half. Like I say, he's one of those riders who's now on the kind of organising side, making sure that things are happening right for the sport. Paloma, third place, 30,000 ranking points. Nice stack of cash. It's nearly $6,000 up for grabs in this as well. So there's plenty of cash for these girls to fund them on their next trip to a contest or a filming stop. Or just help them ride more, spend more time on the scooter, and travel to some
number 2 here,
places.
Roman Gillette.
From Clermont-Ferrand, from near unknown, near unknown to top qualifier and second place at one of the biggest contests of the year. That's sick.
It's amazing to see how far this has come since the last women's final, and that wasn't even that long ago, you know. These events are just getting better and better exponentially.
Oh yeah, that progression is so clear, especially when you get comps like this. Everybody gets together, pushes each other, realizes, oh, if they can do that, I can do that too, and it really pushes on the whole sport. Your winner from Great Britain, Sophie Molyneux, getting her medal from Shelby, another of the shredders, like early years female shredders who really push the sport from both on the scooter and from behind the lens, taking some of the most iconic photos in scooter riding, now helping organize big contests like this as well. It's great. Your winner with 147 points, Sophie Molyneux, followed by Romain Gillier and Paloma Cantillo. A big final and an exciting time for women's street scootering.
Still have all the finals with Scootering. Now it's time to eat.
Catherine Thomason and Lyra Stakerhofer closing out the 4th and 5th places. And unfortunately, Mia Catalano couldn't be here today with the injury. She'll be back next time, I'm sure.
Yeah, we can't wait for that.
So, Brad, 2 finals down, 2 incredible shows. What do you think of that?
Oh, dude, what a showing. It gets me even more keen for the Parc series. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Parc battle. Oh. And, can't get enough of the action. Everybody smash like, subscribe. Don't miss the next one. Yep, we're back with the women's Parc final at 2 o'clock. So be there or be square. I've been Todd, he's been Brad. Join us at 2 for the women's Parc final.
En Imagine tenemos una pregunta. ¿De qué color ves nuestro logo? ¿Verde o azul? Si lo ves verde es porque juntos ya hemos plantado más de 300.000 árboles. Si lo ves azul es porque hemos retirado más de 21 toneladas de plástico del mar. Y es que somos muy azules, y muy verdes, y muy azules, y también verdes, y azules, claro. Imagine, somos lo que hacemos.
Estoy muy orgulloso de ti, hijo. No sé qué podría hacer por ti. Yo sí sé qué puedes hacer por mí, papá.
Un regalito de inicio de curso a tu padre no le cuesta mucho, porque ahora por ser de mi Movistar puedes tener hasta 5 dispositivos. Juega como quieras, juega mejor.
Ay, papá, ¿cómo eres?